Welcome back to Bombastic Nation and Ting and Ting and Ting. I'm Mr. Giant and I'm back with some more vibes for all you, and we're looking at some more heritage minutes. And this one we're gonna start off is called Marconi. Yeah, Marconi. Let's see what this one is all about here. Let's YouTube and simmer.
Hey, go on! Go on! Mind your own
The antenna is holding, sir. Yes, bravo. Yes, indeed. This is going to make your world a lot different than the one I grew up in.
You know where England is?
Sure, it's over there.
And over there is where that sound is coming from.
Right, Mr. Marconi?
Through the air, across the ocean. The first time ever.
Did not know that. Did not know that. What's the next one coming up? Emily Carr.
Behold Emily Carr, painter, about to encounter the force that will consume her life.
How tightly they sealed their secrets from me, humble and pleading before the great trees, awaiting the invitation from the Spirit to come meet me halfway. Nothing is still now, everything is alive. At last, I knew I must see through the eye of the totem itself, the mythic eye of the forest.
Seldom able to live by her brush, before she died in 1945, Emily Carr was in the first rank of Canadian painters.
This is my country. What I want to express is here, and I love it. Amen.
You know, I've heard of her, and not a whole lot though. Just mentioned in passing because my ex has got a master's in art, so I used to be around a lot of artsy people. You know what I mean? No insult meant, but so I did hear a little bit about her. So that's interesting. Interesting. Let's get to the next one. Valor Road.
Stay down, Hall! There's nothing you can do for him, you hear me? I gotta get him through! Come back! Back, you fool! He's got him! He's bringing him back!
Sergeant Fred Hall lived on Winnipeg's Pine Street. Bob Shanklin lived on Pine Street too. And you know what? So did Leo Clark.
And go!
Sergeant! Sergeant! It's Clark. We just heard he took out 20 Germans. Clark?
Clark, Shanklin, Hall. Amazingly, they all won the highest award for courage we could give them, the Victoria Cross. That's why we changed the name of Pine Street to Valor Road.
I mean, war is such a crazy thing, I mean, like, people don't seem to understand. I guess it's hard to understand it if you haven't exactly experienced just a small bit of it, But all the noises and the voices, and I mean, that stuff stays for you for the rest of your life, Let's keep going here, and I think we're going into Winnie, I do believe. Let's see what this is all about.
So you'll be fighting in France tomorrow. Well, good luck, Captain Coleman. No, and you can be sure we'll take very good care of the bear. You are noting that it's the official mascot of the 2nd Canadian Infantry Brigade?
Yes, sir.
So long, Winnie. You be a good girl, my God.
Why Winnie, sir?
From my hometown, Winnipeg.
Oh, Daddy, I just love Winnie. Couldn't we take him home with us?
Christopher Robin, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll write some stories about Winnie, and Mr. Shepherd here will draw some pictures.
Oh, Daddy, let's call him Winnie the Pooh.
Why Pooh, son?
I don't know, just Winnie the Pooh.
And that's how a young Canadian soldier's bear inspired 4 volumes of stories and verse that still sell millions of copies around the world.
See, this one, I didn't know about it at all, that Winnie the Pooh originated in Canada. I didn't know about it at all until I reacted to a video called 101 Facts About Canada You Didn't Know. And that's where I first learned that, because I always thought, Winnie the Pooh, so Disney, somebody like that created that. I didn't know it came from somewhere else. That was quite interesting to figure out. Let's go into the next one here. John McCrae is coming up.
Cigarette, sir.
Major John McCrae, sir.
Okay, what's going on with this starting and stopping thing here?
Between crosses. If he break faith, he shall not see.
McCrae?
In Flanders, fields.
What is it?
I'm not sure.
John McCrae of Montreal died in the war, but his poem is still spoken aloud when men, women, and children gather to remember.
Now, there's something I'm going to have to look into. John McCrae. I'm going to have to find that poem and take a look at it. So we're going into the next one, Nellie McClung. See what Nellie's got. Nellie.
Why women want to vote?
The first time Nellie McClung saw the Premier about votes for women,
Things are changing. Good day, sir.
it didn't go too well for McClung.
Take it from me, Mrs. McClung. Nice women don't want the vote.
So then she staged a mock parliament attacking votes for men.
Think what would happen if we actually allowed men to vote? Why, they would become obsessed with politics. Politics are like drinks. Once you start, if men started voting, families would be disrupted. Divorces would follow. Madam Speaker, take it from me. Nice men don't want the vote.
After a long campaign, Manitoba's women became the first to get the provincial vote. The next time they met, in a polling station, it didn't go too well for the Premier.
Premier Roblin, I'm sure you don't want your photograph taken with a woman who's not nice. Gentlemen.
Can you believe he said nice women? Pretty much know their place. See, again, man, there's the human people. It's humans we're dealing with here. Same capabilities intellectually and everything. Why wouldn't we want to incorporate that into the whole scheme of things? The sad part about that is, the outcome of all the equality and stuff that's being sought after and have been given, like the voting rights and stuff. There's still people fighting against, the women should stay home and be in the kitchen and all of that. Maybe because I was raised by a single mom and just can't see that happening. I don't think it's going to go back to that. But then the best way to keep them in check is to not pay them the same amount, you know what I mean? Just give them enough to be happy. I guess that's the mentality right now. Because they seem, I don't understand what's going on. It's like we're in a paradox or something, Everybody seems confused as who they are as human beings anymore, That's kind of something else. But let's keep going with the next one here. Vimy Ridge, we just watch.
So we also laid out a full-size model of the ridge for the men to practice on.
Okay, I did.
You know where
I
every
know about
German
this here
strong
too.
point is, every machine gun, every bunker. General Hurry, you do know the French have tried for the last year to take Vimy Ridge, yes? And that we also... I know, sir. What exactly makes you, about to begin at dawn? My dear wife, this may be my last letter to you. We go into action in 20 minutes. It's the biggest thing that I've ever been in. Precisely 0500, the men will move out of the tunnels, keeping precisely 300 yards behind the creeping barrage. Dear Mother, as I looked to right and left, all I could see was Canadians. By 5 o'clock, Vimy Ridge was ours. And Mother, I thought, we are a nation. This is us.
It was the first significant victory of the war.
Yeah, I didn't hear about this until I did the 101 facts about Canada, and then I went into it some more and things like that. This was, didn't know about that, you know what I mean? That's why we got to keep like searching and learning and thing, you know what I mean? Where it seems like one group of people did everything and make the world a better place, there's all these other groups of people that did stuff that doesn't get mentioned at all, or as they should. Okay, this is another one I've been seeing a lot, the Halifax Explosion. Let's see what this is all about.
My God, look at that.
Thank God she's a half a mile away.
She's loaded, boys. You gotta get out of here. It's full of explosives.
Sugar, come on.
Oh no. No, get out of here.
Vince!
Going back into school.
Please get these children out of here. That ship is gonna blow now.
Mr. Coleman.
Hurry! Hurry! We gotta get these people out of here. That ship is gonna blow. The train. What? People, get out of here. It's gonna blow up.
Nobody's moving.
Stop train. Please, God, answer. Coleman, there's no time.
The train's coming towards Pier 6. I've got to let him.
Come on, Vince, come on.
There are 700 people aboard it. I've got to stop it.
Come on, acknowledge.
Halifax was devastated. 9,000 wounded, 2,000 dead, including Vince Coleman, dispatcher.
Okay, I'm definitely going to have to look this up. That was just a snippet there, and I would like to know the whole story of it. Comment down below about something that I could either write a book about it or something like that, because I want to know more about this here. You ever thought that you would be in that situation at that point in time when you have to make a decision? You do this, you save 700 lives, but you're going to lose yours. I wonder if in mind you keep thinking you're going to get out of this up until the last minute. Strange feeling. Anyway, let's go into the next one here. Joseph Armand Bombardier. Let's see what this is all about here.
Hey guys, this just came from Montreal. And it's pro equipment.
Listen, hey Joseph Armand, you make a lot of money serving mass, so maybe you could buy this.
Oh, sorry guys, but well, I've got other plans in mind.
It'll take more than a couple of screws and a box of springs to repair your father's watch, my boy.
Say, Mr. Laflamme, how much do you want for this?
My tools are not for sale.
Hey, I can pay.
From his first experimental snowmobile to jet aircraft, Joseph Armand Bombardier's vision would eventually circle the world, thanks to the company that still bears his name.
I'm gonna have to look this up too. I've never heard of this person. Frontier College.
$6 a week. You work 28 weeks. So you multiply the first number.
Oh, Dr. Spock, can't it wait till we get to the reading camp? I can't do it in my head.
Good, great, give it a go.
Yeah, okay. So it's 28 times 6? Okay. Yeah.
It's good, Charlie. Now a whole page of big M's and small M's, okay?
Trembled as she touched her lips to his.
Look it up.
Dr. Spock, you know you ain't the first doctor to come in here and work. There was a guy named Bethune. Yeah, Norman Bethune.
Oh, yeah, I heard of him. What was he like?
He was okay. Didn't treat us all like little kids the way you do anyhow.
Starting in 1899, a movement of volunteer teachers brought literacy in numbers to work camps across the country.
Oh, wow.
Evolved into Frontier College, and now, a century later, has taught reading and basic skills to millions of Canadians.
Oh, wow. That is cool. That is cool. Sitting around doing all of that work to have it be something that's still used.
My party does not have a majority in the Commons, Mr. Woodsworth, unless I have the support.
Is it too much to ask that Canada take care of poor people, 70 years of age, who built this country?
Well, you and Mr. Heaps are the Labour Party. You hold the balance of power. Perhaps in a coalition, I'm offering you a seat in cabinet, Mr. Woodsworth.
I'm honored, sir. But no.
Mr. Heaps, be my Minister of Labour?
Mr. King, I can't do that. But the Labour Party would support you on old age pensions.
In that case, it's not too much to ask, Prime Minister.
Some say Mackenzie King got exactly what he wanted when Canada's first old age pensions bill became law in March 1927.
Why wouldn't you want to take care of the old people and properly take care of them too, you know what I mean? They build everything up until that point, you know what I mean, with their contribution. Just going to work at a grocery store, that's contributing to society. Whether it be positive or not, it's a whole other story. Because some of that stuff, that preservative stuff, but anyway, that's a whole other thing there. But yep, let's keep going here and see what we got next. J.S. Woodsworth, heard of him too. Emily Murphy. What did old Emily do?
But the Supreme Court of Canada agreed, you see. I could not become a senator because under the British North America Act, as a woman, I was not a person. I, Emily Murphy, author of the Janie Canuck books, pioneer in the war against narcotics, first female magistrate in the Empire, but not a person. So we took it all the way to London, a group of Canadian women laboring 10 long years against ridicule, husbands saying, "There, there, dear," until those noble lords of the Privy Council agreed in 1929. I, Emily Murphy of Alberta, and all Canadian women after me, persons under the law. So we could sit in the Senate after all.
See, that's why I like these things, man, because it shows the women too, you know what I mean? It's not a biased thing. Can you imagine living in that time and having to go through all of this just to get your equal standing in the society? And to be alive to see it come into fruition. People that have made like changes to mankind, to better mankind, not to create chaos and wars and stuff, but to better mankind. Like this series, man, I really do. So we're going into Bolduc.
Mr. Boudry, my name is Mary Travers, but he called me La Bolduc. My daughter Denise. I came to record a song.
But you're not well known, Mrs. Bolduc. You've never recorded before.
Oh, well, gotta begin somewhere, huh?
I suppose your accompanist is not a professional player.
Oh, Denise can play.
Sorry to say, we have no masters left now, George.
Oh, I always keep a dozen in stock, boss.
You're aware that recording costs a lot.
Here's $20.
That's a working man's salary for a month there, Mr. Baudry.
Well, what do you say we begin right now?
Let's go.
Mes amis, je vous assure que le destin est bien dur. Il faut pas se décourager. Ça va bien vite commencer. De l'ouvrage, il va y avoir pour tout le monde.
Mary Travers had a hit right in the middle of the Depression. She went on to sing for princes and presidents, but to her fans, she would always be La Bolduc.
Okay, they mentioned...
Fergus, tell us about the hockey.
He mentioned the depression there. Was the depression there the same time around the depression here? And you know, you don't really read about how that depression affects other countries. I'm gonna have to research that. You know what I mean? I wonder how it affected my island, because nobody ever talked about it, but I guess because we're struggling all the time, you know what I mean? and the depression like that would probably know how to survive, since we're struggling 365 days a year anyway in the third world. But hey, let's see what Maple Leaf Gardens. Let's see what this one's all about here.
Smythe, he's gonna call the team the Maple Leafs.
Maple Leafs.
Says here he's gonna build a new arena, too.
Hope he comes up with a better name for it.
Hockey.
Con, I told you, the bank can't find that kind of money to build an arena in this depression.
But Sir John, listen, we have a deal with the workers. Part of their pay in shares.
Part of their pay in shares.
Yes, sir.
In that case, the bank will pick up the rest.
She's doing up good, Patty. You're lucky you got a job.
Yes, we are. I'll be up inside of 6 months. What's the rush? We're all shareholders. She opened, we make money.
And open she did, to thousands of glorious days and nights.
The judgment of the people.
And then one night, she stepped down.
I guess that was the story of an arena or something there, you know, Maple Leaf Garden. Correct me if I'm wrong down there, you know, because I see the hockey team, the Maple Leafs, practicing in it. But anyway, man, thank you all for watching this with me. Thoroughly enjoyed it, and of course I'll leave the link in the description to any video that I put up here, so that you all can go check it out yourself, and you know, check out the channels for which those videos come from. But you know what I mean, and I hope you guys are doing okay, taking care of each other. Cool runnings.